Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is another day in the Gambia that we have a very heavy rainfall. Time now is 7 a.m. but at this time it's become very heavy. So take my camera out to show you guys. I want to show you guys how it looks like. And when it rains like this, we have to visit some certain area to really tell you how the rain looks like today. Okay? So keep watching with us. We're trying to get to two areas to see how the rains really get heavy and how the streets of the Gambia look like right now. Okay, just like you can see the people, see how heavy it is, see how kids jump on the rain and playing on the rain. Sometimes people like playing on the rain like this, you see. This is how some streets, almost all the streets in the Gambia look like right now. This area is not really bad. It's not really bad at this end. So we try to get to the main road and let's see what the main road looks like. Okay, so we keep going. The reason I'm making this video, Gambia is our country, okay, and people can give advice. You know, it's not really about, let me say, government should do it, you know. It's not really about government should do it. Like the area I've been working on, you will see buildings. What I'm trying to say, if, you know, like the landlords, people own these properties, you see, constructions are still going on. Like if people can say, okay, let's come up, and as you are building your property here, you put up a gutter, a drainage from your land space. The length of your land, you put a gutter there. The other man, as you can see, a finished building up fence. Another man will put up, it's not about government, but the landlord here should do it. And even the young guys should do what we call community development. You know, from time to time, they will use packed sand to fill the road, the stone and stuff like that. The landlord should also, you know, buy trucks of sand. Like as you can see, we have a lot of landlords in this area. Then buy trucks of sand and just fill the road from beginning as you see to the end. Then dig a drainage. Maybe the government should do the major drainage at the major road. Then the landlord should do the drainage at the inside street and connect to the major drainage at the major road, tie road. Then, brothers and sisters, I'm just suggesting, if there is a good option, like what I said, drop your comment at your comment section. But if it is this a bad solution, then also let me know. Okay, guys, you see, Okay, right now we pump out at the major road. You can see how the major road looks like right now. We pump out at the major road. We're still going with the camera street by street, road by road. As you can see, this is the tie road. This is the major road. Okay, guys, and we're approaching to another street. Okay, this is where we are in another street. Like as I said, we'll take our camera on the street to show you what is going on in our environment. Okay, so see the street. See the street, how the street look like right now is in a mess. Okay, guys, I want to really say something here, and I want everybody to comment if that is a good suggestion. You know, I don't know how things work out over there, but things work out differently in our African continent. You see, like right here, there is no drainage, as everybody can see. But you see, at this point, somebody have started building here. But what I suggest is, if a solution to solve this, because if we wait for government might not really do all. But if the people support themselves by putting their street good, and by another way supporting government, then this can work well. If the government are doing some and cannot really do well, the community should help government to make our environment looks better. And what am I trying to say? You see, if you look at it, you see a wall, long wall, means that people live here, and meaning that people build here. So what of before you build your house or your fence, security wall, you first of all dig a drainage beside your fence, your compound. Put a drainage from where your land starts and where you stopped. Then the next landlord will continue from where you stop and where his land stopped. Then the next landlord will continue like that. Then this whole wall, as you see, would have been a fence connecting from one landlord to another. Then they take it straight to the main road, the major tie road. And at the major tie road there, government should try to fix a major drainage, that when the street landlords connect their drainage from inside the street to the major road. Oh, sorry, I get stuck here. Walking, but I get stuck here. It gets very deep here. So when the landlord builds the drainage from the street and connects to the major drainage at the main road that government have built, then you see when rain fall, this can have way to go. You will not get stuck like this. Right now, motor cannot pass on this road. For weeks, water cannot pass for this road. It has to take some times, some days, and that has to be like there will be a very strong sunshine that will dry up the street in 1 week. Then the journey can continue again. If not, people can get stuck. So if every landlord try to put a drainage from where your land starts, before you build your fence, you build a drainage from where your land starts and where your land stops. The next landlord continue like that, then our street can be repaired. You know, that's about the drainage. Now let's talk about the pots, because all this road is not smooth the way you see the water. It's the water that makes it look smooth. There are holes on it. It's a very, very bad road, you can see. There are holes on it. So it's not smooth like you see right now. It's the water is the fraud that make it look like this. So I finished talking about the drainage. Now let me talk about the smoothness of the road. If also landlord the one that has money can do this just to support their community and support their government and support the people and support themselves by, let's say, one landlord buy 10 trips of sand. You see, 10 trips of, stone, wash stone. If a landlord buy 10 trips of wash stone, one landlord, you see, he can cover from at least that place you see the lights to where I stand, or more than that, and move a little bit like where the car stands. So you get it. We can also do what I call community development. And what do I mean by community development? I remember those times in my village, from time to time, I think it normally be once in a month, like the last day of the month. We call it actually sanitation day in Nigeria, cleanup day or sanitation day, whatever. So the youth will come out on the street. No youth will stay inside or go to work. There will be no work. It's not the whole day. It normally be on Saturday. It's not the whole day, but it will just be like some hours, you know. So the youth will come out in the street. The youth will come out in the street. And when they come out in the street, they find stones from wherever they can have stone. They use sand from wherever they can see sand and fill up the streets and make the street look smooth. Sometimes some landlords see their effort and decided to donate some trucks of stones for them. They've been able to fill. We walk on the streets. Next other month ending, like as I said, this happened on month end, the last day of the month, and it must be on Saturday. If the month didn't move end on Saturday, they have to do on the last Saturday of the month. Okay, that's what I mean. Then the next other last Saturday of the month, the youth will face another street. And as this youth of this community is doing in 2 streets, the other youth on another street are doing 2 streets. You keep going like that, that is what will happen. They have good roads by themselves. Okay? Because at the end of the day, government is not driving this point for us to say maybe government is going to fix it or stuff like that. Government is going to fix it or stuff like that. You know, it will be very difficult. Okay, guys, like as I always said, always subscribe to my channel, like and comment on what we are doing. So if what I said is put in place, my brothers and sisters, you see our streets in the Gambia will look better. But if we keep on waiting until government will come one day and do this, yes, it will happen one day, but that might take a lot of time, and it might disturb people movement. Sometimes these waters, you see, they don't have way to go. They are no man's land, like as I can see. They don't have way to go. You know, you get into somebody's compound, mostly a compound that has not been done landscape, you know. And you also see the people, instead of throwing their rubbish at the bin, you see the rubbish there, they throw it on they come out when the rain fall and throw the rubbish there on the street. It make the street look dirty, and it also make the street, oh my God, I get stuck here. I'm walking with my foot, but it's not easy. Let me try to get myself out here, struggling to pull my leg out. All right, that is done now. Okay, I keep moving. I'm being very careful so that I will not fall down with my camera, and that will be the end of my phone. So, all right, guys, as you can see, what I'm showing you at this moment, if you watch, please drop your comment on what I just suggest, if that can help. I'm not taking it as a decision. I'm taking it as a suggestion, because in a situation like this, somebody must suggest something, and that starts from there. You know, maybe people don't have idea of exactly what I'm saying, but at least if they have a look at my comments, they can be able to do something. Okay? People might not have the idea of this. If my idea is good, let's share it with everyone in the world who love Gambia, everybody in the world that are Gambians. I love Gambia, and that's why I make the suggestion that if I walk up to another street, just for you to see the street of the Gambia, how it looks like, you see how the street looks like right now. Okay, there is no drainage. There is no drainage. Maybe I should follow the other streets and go this way. There is no drainage. There's no drainage. So brothers and sisters, let's put this as something very, very important, because this street has been years. I've been in years like this, and there's no development. Like said, the government put up road here or social person. So if government do not do this, let's think about what I suggest. If it is a good suggestion, my brothers and sisters, if it is good to say that landlords, before you build your compound, let it be like a community order. A community order. You know, in every area in the Gambia, you have alcalos. Alcalos is just like the, what can I say, if that is not wrong, it's just like they say the king. You know, like in Nigeria, they have Kabiesi, they have Abong, Isong, and they have Igwe. Like what you watch in the movies, you'll be hearing these names. So the Igwe, Alkali, or Kabiesi, or whatever is the name they give king, should be able to give instruction. My landlords, before you build a house, your house, or so your security fence, you have to dock a fence in front of your building, in front of your fence. You see, like, we come across another rubbish here. See, like what I was saying, you see, people, instead of trying to find solution on keeping the street clean so that water can have a good way to say, they put rubbish, and that rubbish might make things get stuck. Water gets stuck and get into people building, you know. So back to what I was saying, they will say, chief will say, okay, before you build, please make a drainage from where your land starts and where it stops. And the other landlord should do the same. Then they will connect it to the main drainage that government made on the main road. I'm saying this between the community and the landlord. You know, the landlord should make all the drainage in the streets. The government should make the major drainage on the main roads, major roads, the tie roads. Then when the landlords put up their streets, they will now connect to the major drainage. That one should be a very big drainage. The one at the main road that constructed by government should be a very big drainage. Then, when all this is connected there, you see, when rain fall like this, they will have where to go. They will not be on the street like what you see. When water be like on the street like this, it means they don't have their home. You know, as we have home, water like this from rain should have their home, their base, and that is drainage. You know, so this water has no home. Let me put it that way. You see again, somebody keep this stone. Somebody keep this stone. So if a development, as I call, take place, you see the stone is even blocking water, and instead of water having straight way to go, you push it to the other end, and you push it to the other end. Watch what happens. It gets into somebody's compound. You see that very clear? It gets into somebody's compound. You see? You see, that's the bottom of the gate. You see water going inside, flood the compound, because this guy put a stone here and block. And if you watch up to its end side here, let me go back. You see, his gate is free. His gate is free, and he pushed this and blocked the waterway, even though the water does not have way, as I said, their home. and he pushed it to this guy compound here. So why not, if you finish your construction, I see he was using this stone for construction. If you finish your construction, you spread this stone on the street. Halfway you can do is better. At least that end that you spread the stone to can be able to be, look good. Even if it's a small part, but they just start somewhere and go somewhere. Okay? So I'm trying to do it easy here because the roads get bad. The more I proceed, the more he gets bad. Okay, guys, you have seen what I was telling you. If my suggestion is good, please, brothers and sisters, let's think about it. Let's help Gambia to develop. Gambia is a beautiful home. Gambia is very peaceful, very loving, very, very accommodating. Gambia is a country that I've seen in the world, I've been to in the world, that even if you arrive to Gambia, you don't have food to eat, you don't have a home to stay, you don't even have money to pay in the hotel. Gambians will draw you with their right hand to their house and give you a place to live freely. That's when you don't have money to rent a house, you don't have a place to stay. Gambia will take you, as I said, draw you with your right hand and put you in the house, give you a place to stay. It doesn't matter how long you will stay there. They will even, if you look at their face, they will even feel very happy that at least they have given somebody accommodation. Not only accommodation, they will be feeding you. Okay, for instance, these people I'm saying that can take you to their house, give you accommodation and feed you. That compound might not be rich compound, might not be rich family. That family that welcome you and give you a place to stay might not be a rich family. They might be even finding it very difficult to eat. Might be finding it difficult to eat. But still, at the stage of they're finding it very difficult to eat, they will be feeding you at how long you stay there. They will not even ask, why is he not supporting us in buying cash power? Why is he not supporting us, or he or she don't support us in giving us money to go to market? After all, we give him, no, we give him a place to stay free. No, they will not say that. They will do it at wholeheartedly. They said it's their tradition, and each time they put food on the table and you join them to eat, they will feel very, very happy that you are eating with them. When you pass in a compound by 2 o'clock, that starts their lunchtime, and somebody calls you to eat, and you refuse to eat, and they will not be happy. It's not like other parts of Africa that this is not comedy, but it's a reality. Some part of Africa that when you are eating and somebody knock at your door, bam, 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 bam. When you had the knock of a person, a visitor, Africa is not a place like you give notice, call someone most time that you are coming. Okay, back to what I was saying. When you had a knock, bam, 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 at the door, you carry your food that you are eating and hide under the table and said, man, I cannot share this food. You hide it under the table. Maybe you have a rat or you have a cat in your house. Before the visitor will waste some time, maybe if he or she came to interact with you, it might be your friend, the visitors will waste time to interact with you, and you would not be very comfortable because this visitor is supposed to leave and you're supposed to go back to your food. Maybe because the visitors waste like 30 minutes and you get back to your food and you find out that the big chicken you are hiding or the big fish you are hiding in that food is gone. The rat you have in your house and the cat you have in your house finish the food and the chicken. When you come back, you say, you hit your head. This is not comedy, it's reality. It's what that happens. So many times people hide their food under chair, under tables, and when they get back, the rats or cats in the house will finish the food for you. That should be a lesson that is not a good life. At least let the person that visits you have share part of what you are eating. Brothers and sisters, this might not sound very good at your tradition, I don't know, but this is our tradition in Africa here, and that is very, very good to share. Okay, so Gambia, back to Gambia, they are very accommodating to that extent. You know, these are people that can feed you with nothing. If you have something and give them, they should appreciate it. But the reason of them feeding you would not be for you to give them. It's for God, their God, to bless them. They strongly believe in this tradition, and they strongly believe in what I'm telling you right now. If you don't believe me and you have a Gambian friend, please ask a Gambian friend. They will tell you. There are a lot of people from other countries, Liberian, Sierra Leone, Nigerian, name it, Cameroon. Every African black countries are here, not even talk about the Americans and Europeans, everyone's are here. And I've seen one European, and I also see like 2 to 3 Americans that come here. Maybe he make mistake on how he live here. His whole money went off and he was stranded. He could not be able to go back to his country because if he report to his embassy, maybe they can help him. But maybe he loves staying back in Gambia as he has nothing left over there. So, Gambians was feeding him. This was a white man that Gambian is feeding. That was a black American, black European that Gambians are feeding. And you look in the other way, they look better than the people keeping them in their house and feeding them. But they do. It's part of their nature. It's part of their culture. Can I say it's part of their tradition? So there's some, African countries who come here to, hustle, who come here to work, who come here to find their daily bread, who come here to do something. And at the end of the day, they stay some months and some years, and things didn't work out. Landlord kick them out from the house, stuff like that. They don't have money to pay. Gambian reports to a good Gambian family. The old man, the old woman, the young man, the young whatever, will give you a place. If the person has a place to give you. Sometimes they don't even have a spare room to give you, but they can mix you up with their children to sleep. No, in Africa here we can sleep 2 or 3 in the room depending on the room size. Our room size anyway is not really big like that, like if you talk about America, something like that. Okay, but back to what I was saying, then they say, okay, sleep. They will ask you, are you okay to sleep with my children here? They are like your brothers, if you're a boy. If you're a girl, they will mix you up with their female children room. It's okay for you to sleep with my female children. They are your sisters. If you said, okay, that's it. You don't need to pay rent. You don't need to provide money for their meal. These people again I don't know where they get their money, but some families will look very poor, but they still feed. That means, I cannot say I don't know where they get their money anyway, but that means God is great. God is great in a way to love the givers. God is great in many ways, in all ways. All ways, God is great. God is great because He will not let the givers lack. And He made God shed tears when poor people who don't have to eat have to provide for people. When you don't even have at all and you are struggling to, the one you struggle to have to put on the table, you also share it with the people. This makes God to shed tears. And when God is happy in the spirit for that kind of act and said, my son, I'll bless you. No man can take you down. That is why you see in the Gambia, might not be a rich country as you can see on the picture, but the people are living very happily. People live here happily than people in America. I'm telling you this. Come to America, come to Gambia to see what I'm telling you is true. People live happily here that you people that live in America and Europe, as you can see our environment, it's not like in your environment over there, but people that live here, I feel very happy, they feel very secured, they feel very, everything you can say, how God created the planet Earth to be. You will not have somebody breaking through your house to rob you. You will not have people to do so many things, and this does not happen like that in America. It's a different way. That is why I said, God has a way to bless people. You might see our environment like this, but we might live happily than people over there. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not just making video. I told you guys that my YouTube channel is not about myself. It's about to share what is around me and find solutions to matters, as my company name is Living Solution Engineering. Find solution to matters and make sure things work very, very well. You know, back to what I was saying. So people that living in this kind of area, this is not like America. In America you have people, but they live happily because of their, what do I say, hospitality, kindness, love, sharing, giving, and everything. They live very happy. Because I remember in the scripture, God says, you should give. You know, during that time that the prophet or Christ was here, people used to give him gift. They used to give Christ gift. If you're a Muslim, they used to give the prophet gift. Let me basically base on one side. There was a time that Jesus Christ come to earth. It's a long story, and he have to lay his life for his people on the cross of Calvary, and then he have to descend back to heaven after he resurrected from death. He have to descend back from heaven. You know, like people were asking, Christ want to go back to heaven. Oh, let me use our local English here so that it will be like reality and comedy. Okay, you won't go back to heaven. What of my yam that I used to give you? My yam used to heal very well on my land. Give, you know, in those days, yam is a big gift and sheep is a big gift. You know what God tell them? He tell them, even though I no go there with you, even though I'm not with you, I speak with the local English, and it's also changed it, but I have to make it in local English, African local English, to make it sound sweet. He said, even if you not go see me again, my brothers and sisters managed to understand this. Even though you not go see me again, you can still give me your gift. That means even you guys will not see me again. People who used to give me gift, you can still give me your gift. And they asked, but we will not see you. How can we share our gift with you? He said, when you give to the needy, when you give to people that are hungry, when you give to people that don't have, people that struggle to live for the day, he said, if you give them, you have given it to me. And if you've given them, I will remember you and I will bless you. My brothers and sisters, please tell me who God has blessed. Who is that man that can destroy you? So God has blessed the land Gambia, has blessed the people of the Gambia. That is why you see things, you can see environment like this, but things are working out very well for them. All right? You can see environment like this, doesn't matter, but things work out very well for these people. You know, that is why I make this video this morning. You guys remember I make a fraud video like this before, but why I repeat it this time is not to only show you the fraud environment, but to also drop a suggestion how we can treat this. And my suggestion to in line with is coming to say, let the landlords contribute by building drainage. Start it from where your land start and end it from where your land end. Let the next landlord continue like this, and let government also build a major drainage at the main road, so that when the street drainage are constructed and connect to each other, they will now take it to the main road and connect there to take it away. Let the community, the youth, I used to do it. I'm coming to a video like that. I'll come, just give me some days. I have a lot of content already. I need to shoot them one after another. So I'll show you where I do community development. And what do I mean by community development? Not waiting for government. You pick stone from anywhere and fill the pot in the street and make it look better. Car can drive, leg can walk when it rains like this. Just do a little you can do your effort to support, make sure everything, streets look good. That's what I call community development. That's it, my brothers and sisters. We'll draw our camera down from here and we say thank you very much and may God bless you. And before I forget, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, please drop a comment, like what we do, click on the like button, Also, when you subscribe, click on the notification bell. Don't forget, so that each time Solomon drop a video, you'll be the first to watch it. Thank you, brothers and sisters, and God bless you, and let God always be with you. Amen.